Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Today, you all are here to celebrate the finale, the season finale of Java News Presents United Professional Boxing. Before we go ahead, I would like to introduce our panel out here. First of all, Brigadier Muralidharan Raja. I would like to ask our founder, Anirban Roy, to facilitate Muralidharan Raja. Sir, you are the president. Brigadier Muralidharan Raja, sir, you are the president of the Indian Boxing Council. You are a very prominent member of the World Boxing Council. And the other two panelists we have, first of all, Anirban Roy, the founder of United Professional Boxing. And last, but definitely not the least, Mr. Anirudh Pathak, who is the founder of United Professional Boxing. I would like to thank our media partners, MX Player, our sponsors, Ludo Money, Royal Bath and Faucets, Morris Garages, and Bunzi. Thank you so much for helping us and sponsoring this. And last but never the least, Dapa News presents United Professional Boxing, an initiative that started in the summer of 2021 and now has become a major mark in the field of professional boxing. We have achieved a lot. We have seen bouts, we have seen players here who have given their heart and soul for the field, for the sport. Not only from India, but from all over Asia, we have the talents. It is not about someone knows you, someone doesn't know you. The only motive of United Professional Boxing has been, if you have the skill, you have the talent, you register with us, you come here, show us your skill, and we are here to welcome you with open arms. Thank you everyone for welcoming us in your hearts. Can I have a big round of applause for Dapa News Presents United Professional Boxing. Now to the panels. Brigadier Muralidharan Raja, I would just like to ask you to say 2 words for this promotion. How do you feel about it, sir? Please.
Good evening, friends. Good evening, friends. At the outset, I would like to congratulate United Professional Boxing, UPB, and Mr. Anirudh Pathak and Anirban Roy and the team for organizing the WBC India Featherweight Title Contest. United Professional Boxing has been one of the major promoters of professional boxing in India. Heartiest congratulations to them because they have been organizing events of such magnitude where there is absolute impartiality, honesty, transparency, and the best of boxers in India have been participating. They've been giving a platform for the professional boxers to showcase their wares, and that is culminated to the WBC India title contest, which is going to be held tomorrow. While I'm on this subject, a quick few, I'll just take a minute or so to talk about professional boxing. प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग जैसे आप जानते हैं इंडिया में काफ़ी नए हैं, उसमें प्रमोटर्स यूपीबी जो काम कर रहे हैं वो उन बॉक्सरों को शोकेस कर रहे हैं। प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग और एमेचर बॉक्सिंग का फ़र्क आप सब जानते हैं। एमेचर बॉक्सिंग 3 राउंड 3 मिनट तक होता है और प्रोफेशनल स्टार्ट होता है 4 राउंड से, 4 राउंड्स, 6 राउंड्स, 8 राउंड्स, 10 राउंड्स। और in a normal layman's term बताया जाएगा, amateur boxing is like school and high school. Professional boxing is college and post graduation. Across the world, it is professional boxing which is a glamour sport. It's a $1 billion industry. Talk about Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, जितने भी आप नाम लीजिएगा, they were all originally, maybe most of them were amateur boxers, but they converted into professional boxing. इंडिया में पिछले 50 साल से हम लोग अमेचर ही कर रहे थे. इट्स ओनली इन द लास्ट 6-7 years that boxers have started coming professional. मैं यहाँ पे बहुत ज़रूरी ये कहना चाहूँगा, professional boxing in comparison to amateur is a much respected sport because amateur में पूरा इंडिया से लाखों जब बॉक्सर खेलते हैं, सिर्फ 4 ही बॉक्सर हर वेट कैटेगरी में नेशनल कैंप में आते हैं, उनमें से एक ही पार्टिसिपेट करता है इंटरनेशनल में। लोग तो शायद बहुत सारे बॉक्सर्स हैं जो नेशनल चैंपियंस रहे हैं या पहले ज़माने में इंटरनेशनल ओपनिंग तक मिला नहीं है। Whereas professional boxing is, you can be fighting throughout the year, and with promoters like UPB giving a platform for good boxers to come forward, they will first participate in normal fights in India, win titles, WBC India title यानी कि national champion का title जैसे, और आगे they can go for Asian titles, world titles वगैरह। So आज जो आप लोग बहुत आप में से ये सोच रहे होंगे कि ये क्या है, मतलब एक छोटा सा normal event है, no, this is the harbinger of many more fantastic fights, fantastic titles for India in years to come. And since I have a background in boxing for the last 40 years, I have been in boxing, I have been in amateur boxing before. So I see the difference and I see that what is possible Indian boxing mein, professional boxing mein. So I would like to wish good luck to UPB for this journey that they have commenced and started, all the boxers for the event in which they are participating tomorrow. Good luck and all the best. Let India produce not only national champions of WBC India champions, let them go on to win Asian level and the world level titles in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those kind words. Now I would like to ask Anirban Roy, the founder of United Professional Boxing. Sir, how do you feel and what is the most unique thing about United Professional Boxing?
Thank you, Gaurav.
I welcome everybody here, especially the esteemed members from the media. Thank you very much for coming over and attending this event. It is very important for the media to come out and support a sport, as Raja sir said, in professional boxing. This is growing pretty well in India over the last 4 or 5 years, and especially after COVID. UPB has been able to put out 6 events. This is going to be our 6th event tomorrow. One of the things that we have tried to do is, make regular promotions or regular fights available to boxers. Boxers come from all across the country, and we've had boxers coming from south of India, we've come from northeast, we've come from west, and we've come from the north. So we've covered the whole country in a way. The idea is to give an opportunity to the best talent that is available in the country, build them up, as Raja sir said, and possibly take them to the world titles. So we're very, very excited about the first opportunity that we are having here to host the WBC India title, and hopefully this will be the start of many more title fights that we can do as a promotion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Anirban Roy? Now I would like to ask Mr. Anirudh Pathak, sir, being the founder of UPB, and how do you feel? कहाँ से शुरू करा था, कहाँ तक आ गए हैं? How do you feel about it?
I think this is the sport which is really good, and actually it got connected to us. I don't know, somehow, somewhere we felt that this is a very unexplored opportunity, and this happened when we ended up going for our first fight, and it was hosted by somebody else, and we saw the sport and we saw the crowd reaction, and after that the sport actually didn't pick up, and we were shocked that such a good sport and nobody is actually ready to promote it to the core. So we understood the problem that the sport is facing per se, and we understand that it's a matter of a fact that we need to actually promote the sport from the ground up, and that's where we started our journey. And we thought that if there is a platform is required for an amateur talent to turn pro, and also a professional talent to get the regular fight, so that they don't have to look for a job apart from boxing anywhere else. So we created a league-like structure, which is there is no team in this. It's an elimination style of boxing. If you keep on performing, if you keep on winning, if you're giving a better experience every time, I think this is the platform for those. And after that, like we say internally, we are looking for our next Ali or Mike Tyson from this country. I think that's the objective for us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pathak, for those very, very kind and motivational words. जी हाँ, किसको पता अगला मोहम्मद अली या अगला माइक टायसन या अगला फ्लॉयड मेवेदर, हम में से कोई हो जो यहाँ पे आज बैठे हैं बॉक्सर्स हमारे सामने. So now coming to the main part, tomorrow is the big fight. It's the season finale. Two boxers are fighting it all together for the first time for the WBC featherweight title. And I would like to start by introducing the red corner, Amey Nitin. Amey Nitin, who has a record of 7 wins and 4 losses, out of which 3 have been knockouts. Amey Nitin, everyone. Now to the blue corner, we have better known as Milkha, Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh has a fantastic record of 9 wins, 1 losses and 4 knockouts. So now I hope the media has the notes and the media releases, so we are open for the Q&A.
Sir, how you this people got selected for the final? They went through some matches. Sir, Mr. Raja, my question is how these two guys got selected, so they reached the finals. How many other participants were there?
Okay, for this, it's a good question because that gives a background of how this selection process happened. As you are all aware, Mr. Mauricio Suleiman is the president of World Boxing Council, WBC. So we had tied up with them for the WBC, so he saw potential that India has got potential of having champions at the Asian and the world level. And therefore, in collaboration with the Indian Boxing Council, we started the WBC India Championships. So wherein there would be rankings of boxers every month which are issued, which is on the website, and we put it out in this thing. So every weight category, there are 17 weight categories in the men's category. Unlike in amateur, you have 11 weight categories. Here you got 17. So each weight category, up to 10 boxers are ranked, 1 to 10. Now, so the people who are in the top 10, so when you pick up for a person, right now, all the titles were vacant. This is the second WBC India title fight which is happening. The first one happened in December in Hyderabad. This one is for the featherweight title with the UPB is hosting it here. How the selection is done is the boxers who are in the top 10 of the ranking. So one boxer has to be in the top 4 or top 4 of the ranking. The second boxer can be out of the top 10. Therefore, the names are then proposed by the promoter, comes to us and goes to there's a WBC India committee consisting of 7 members. They're all from WBC international body, wherein they are from different countries, Russia, Thailand, Europe and all. I am the one member from India. This list goes to them for the application for them, and that WBC India committee sanctions the fight. And then the sanctioned fight come down to the promoter. The belt is sent here to the promoter. This comes from Mexico, this WBC India fight, wherein has got the photograph of Mauricio and the champions there, and showing us an India champion. This green WBC belt is the most sought after belt in the whole world. So when we are talking about WBC India and what they are organizing this particular fight, this is a very prestigious belt which any professional boxer in the world wants to have, either at the WBC world level or at the WBC continental level, like Asia, WBC Asia. So with this WBC India belt which is coming in, this is the pathway for these boxers once they come in here. Now incidentally, all these results, all these things also comes into the WBC main website about our boxers participating here, the rankings, and it will help them into the WBC Asia rankings too.
जो आपके पहले ऐसे प्लेयर रहे हैं, तो क्या वो इंडिया लेवल पर जो वर्ल्ड फेडरेशन ऑफ बॉक्सिंग है, उनके अंतर्गत कुछ खेले हैं ऐसे खिलाड़ी?
हमारा पुराना प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सर्स के बारे में अगर पूछें, हाँ है। जैसे आप में से कुछ पुराने लोग यहाँ पीछे बैठे मैं देख रहा हूँ। जैसे विजेंद्र सिंह वॉज द फर्स्ट बॉक्सर हु टर्न प्रो way back in 2014-15. So he won WBO title, उन्होंने intercontinental title जीता है, and wherein he had beaten the Australian boxer here. बाकी हमारा काफ़ी boxers हैं, like Neeraj Goyat is there, Rajesh was our WBC Youth World Champion. Now recently Lalrin Sangatlao in Mizoram won the WBC Youth World Championship in Mizoram, and many other boxers are there who have been winning WBC Asia, WBC international titles. But in the world ranking, we have unfortunately not had any boxer in the top 10 ranking as of date. But I would like to say, many of the boxers who are there currently in the WBC top, not only WBC, WBO, WBA, top 10 rankings, they are boxers whom our Indian boxers have defeated in the amateur scene. When I was earlier the Secretary General of the Boxing Federation, we used to have a lot of, our boxers have defeated a couple of them who are now in the top rank. They won WBC championships, WBO championships. What it implies is Indian boxers, men and women, have the caliber, have the capability to win WBC, WBO, WBO, the world championships. And that is where UPB, I mean, these promoters, Anirban and Anirudh, they're doing a great job. Other promoters are also doing, but they have taken the step forward to give a platform. And I would request the media also to keep, supporting WBC. When you say WBC India, the thing is, this is we are taking it as a national champion. Whoever wins it is considered as a national champion for this particular weight category. But if you won a regular title, you will be challenged. मतलब ये नहीं कि ये belt पकड़ लिया तो मेरे पास है. So that is the difference and the beauty between an amateur and other event. Where you may win a medal, you are saying you won a national champion for that year, you are the champion. यहाँ पे जीतने के बाद हर 3 महीने आपको इसको retain करना पड़ेगा. There will be challenges. अगर फलाना, if one of the boxers who win it today, tomorrow somebody else from Punjab or from South or from Mizoram who come to the top 10, they say, well, I would like to challenge him for this fight. Well, they can. So it is open. So so this is an ongoing process. Whereas when you go in for a normal, WBO, WBC, Asian, normal international title, there is no challenge fights there. So this has got a lot of importance. WBC India fights will have a lot of importance as far as professional boxing in India is concerned. And thanks to UPB for the great job done.
सर एक मेरा लास्ट क्वेश्चन, सर ये जो बॉक्सर्स हैं ये आपके यहाँ चैंपियन है, लेकिन इंडिया टीम में जो इंडिया रिप्रेजेंट करती है टीम, क्या कोई बॉक्सर आज तक आपने खुद कहा कि कोई पहुंचा नहीं, या आपके एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो एनजीओ टाइप है या व्हाटएवर जो है WBC, उसी के अंदर आपस में चैंपियन बनते रहते हैं?
नहीं है. ओके, नो आई जस्ट क्विकली गिव इट बिकॉज लगता है कि बहुत लोगों को इसके बारे में ज़्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है. सो I'll just explain. It'll take a few minutes, but I'll just explain. So that everybody is clear about what is this scene. See, first go back to the back history. Boxing goes back to the 15th century. If you see, they used to be having boxing in Europe, in England, America. There are a lot of fights which you say Marcus of Queensberry rules and all that. उससे पहले लोग खड़े होते थे. They used to fight till the time one man drops, then he used to win. मतलब कोई fights होता था, सुबह स्टार्ट करके शाम को खत्म होता था. जब तक दूसरा नहीं गिरता वो फिर चैंपियन बोलता था उस वेट कैटेगरी में. दैट यूज्ड टू बी देयर. देन इन द 15th century Marquis of Queensberry brought in some rules. They said नहीं, it has to be some rounds, कितना राउंड होना चाहिए, 3 मिनट का राउंड इतना होगा, कुछ रूल्स लेके आए. So these rules were there. It was sort of a combination of, there is no amateur boxing जो आप आज जानते हो, it started somewhere only in 1920. उससे पहले कोई amateur नहीं होता. It's only boxing was a professional boxing only in the whole world. As I said, then they brought it down to 16 rounds. उसके बाद now it is 12 rounds. So ये professional boxing body को ये करने के लिए पहले एक ही international body होता था. It used to be the WBA करके, World Boxing Association. Till about 1961 तक एक ही body होता था. Then उन्होंने बोला वो सिर्फ अमेरिका का एक ही है, तो उन्होंने फिर then another body came in, the WBC came in. World Boxing Council, फिर WBO आया, फिर IBA. There are 3-4 main bodies controlling professional boxing in the world. WBA, WBC, WBO and IBA. तो ये जो लोग हैं इन्होंने रूल्स बना दिया कि इस प्रकार से होंगे, चैंपियंस होंगे. मतलब अलग अलग बॉडी का, मान लो WBA पहले एक ही, जैसे मैंने बोला जब कैशियस क्ले मोहम्मद अली जब जीता था एक ही वर्ल्ड चैंपियन, तब एक ही फेडरेशन होता था, WBA ही होता था उन दिनों में. So then when he used to win, WBC बाद में आ गया, they used to say एक ही वर्ल्ड चैंपियन हेवी वेट टाइटल अपना मोहम्मद अली. बट लेटर ऑन इट बिकेम 4 बॉडीज, अभी और भी 4 कुछ बॉडीज हैं। तो जब ज़्यादा बॉडीज हो गया तो देर आर मोर टाइटल फाइट्स, बट उसमें कौन खेलेगा, एक ही लड़का, देर हैव ऑल्सो फाइट्स वरना जो WBA चैंपियन हो WBC में भी जाके खेलेगा। इट इज़ लाइक योर टेनिस में, when you have a grand slam, somebody wins an Australian Open, goes to the French Open, so they want to win all, and similarly people would like to win all the world titles, WBA, WBC. So each organization has, they put their own ranking, put their own this thing. This is as far as the world bodies are concerned. They are all sanctioning bodies, they are all not for profit organizations. उनके नीचे हर कंट्री में कमीशंस होता है, लाइक वी द इंडियन बॉक्सिंग काउंसिल इज एफिलिएटेड टू ऑल ऑफ देम। तो जब हम लोग करते हैं इंडियन बॉक्सिंग काउंसिल, मतलब वी डोंट कंडक्ट एनी फाइट्स आवरसेल्व्स बिकॉज इट बिकम्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, नॉट लाइक अमेचर। अमेचर में द नेशनल फेडरेशन कंडक्ट्स इट्स ओन फाइट्स, बट प्रोफेशनल में द रूल्स हैव बीन लेड आउट दैट द नेशनल कमीशन कैन नॉट कंडक्ट इट्स फाइट, दे कैन नॉट प्रमोट अ फाइट ऑन इट्स ओन, बिकॉज देन वी मे ट्राई टू give better weightage to some particular boxer, जो मेरा बॉक्सर है मैं उसको करूँगा। So as far as we are concerned, it's a platform is common. Now they, like UPB, they also made the platform absolutely neutral. They're giving a common platform for all the boxers in India to come and fight here. So in a nutshell, world bodies are that 4 for the major bodies. India में the commission, we are there. The promoters are the one who conduct the fights. They choose boxers, जो प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सर्स अच्छे हैं, रैंकिंग में देख लिया, जो करना चाहते हैं, कोई मौका मिलता है, कोई डेब्यू बॉक्सर भी आता है, उनको भी मौका देते हैं। और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ शायद आप लोग ये नहीं जानते, ये सबका फाइट का रिजल्ट जाता है एक इंटरनेशनल रजिस्ट्री में कॉल्ड बॉक्सरेक। बॉक्सरेक इज देयर, इंग्लैंड में उसका हेडक्वार्टर्स है। तो जितना भी बॉक्सर्स प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग खेल रहे हैं, चाहे आप 50 साल पहले भी देखो, मैनी पैक्याओ का हो, मोहम्मद अली का हो, वो सब का नाम डाल कर टाइप करो, उसमें अंदर उसका पूरा फाइट रिजल्ट आएगा, कौन रेफरी, कौन जज, कौन। सिमिलरली हम लोग भी वी आर ऑल्सो कनेक्टेड देयर। तो जो फाइट्स हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, एवरी फाइट, आज जो ये लोग लड़के जो कल खेलेंगे, इनका फाइट, इनका रिजल्ट, जो पहले भी खेला उनका रिजल्ट भी उन्हीं के साथ है, मैनी पैक्याओ और मोहम्मद अली के साथ है। इनका नाम डालो, आपको यही मिलेगा, इनका नाम आएगा, कितना फाइट खेला, कितना जीता, कितना हारा, क्या स्कोर। दिस इज नॉट देयर इन एनी अदर काइंड ऑफ बॉक्सिंग। अमेचर वगैरह में बिल्कुल, अमेचर में अनफॉर्चुनेटली I was myself, as I told you, Secretary General for 8 years, 2004 to 2012. I have been in amateur for 40 years. तो जब हम लोग को, जो हम अभी मुझे मालूम है, पदम बहादुर मल, आप में से बहुत लोग सुने होंगे, ही इज़ बीन एन एशियन गेम्स मेडल चैम्पियन, नेशनल, बहुत हमारे मुकुंद खिलेकर हो या मनोज पिंगले हो या देवांग हो, दे बिन चैम्पियंस फॉर से 5 years 6 years नेशनल चैम्पियंस। आज किसी से पूछो, उनका रिकॉर्ड है, यू आर फ्रॉम द मीडिया, मे बी यू मे बी एबल टू हर्ट, बट that record is not there anywhere. You ask the federation के पास भी नहीं है रिकॉर्ड, वो कहीं फाइल्स में कहीं छुपे हुए हैं। Whereas this is a transparent system. ये जो भी लड़का चाहे यहाँ पे खेल रहा है, अभी अगला 3 दिन 3 फाइट्स हो रहे हैं, आज ये फाइट यहाँ पे हो रहा है, tomorrow a fight is happening in Calcutta, day after a fight is happening in Bangalore. उनमें जो खेलेंगे, आज जो यहाँ पे कल वाला जो खेल रहा है, परसों खेल रहे हैं, सबका रिजल्ट सबका बॉक्स रेक में होगा। और वहाँ से क्या है, वर्ल्ड में जैसे जैसे इनका परफॉर्मेंस आते हैं, जैसे अमेर नितिन सतनाम, यहाँ पे राकेश लोचर, दे हैव बीन इनवाइटेड, इंटरनेशनल फाइट्स उनको मिलता भी है। तो वो इंटरनेशनल प्रोमोटर्स क्या करते हैं, अच्छा इंडिया का ये बॉक्सर्स हैं, अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस है, बॉक्सर्स में जाते हैं, कौन अच्छे फाइट जीते हैं, 8 फाइट जीता, 12 फाइट जीता, चलो हम इनको इन्वाइट करते हैं, दे आर इन्वाइटेड फॉर फाइट्स टू द कंट्रीज। तो दैट प्रोमोटर, तो उनको पैसा भी मिलता है। तो व्हेन यू गो आउटसाइड दे गेट अबाउट $3,000 पर फाइट, विच इज़ नॉट अ बैड अमाउंट। तो अभी हमारा रिसेंटली लाइक सरजू बाला टर्न, जैसे आप जानते हैं सरजू बाला हमारा अमेचर, शी वाज वन ऑफ द यूथ वर्ल्ड चैंपियन, वर्ल्ड अमेचर सिल्वर मेडलिस्ट। शी वेंट एंड फॉट इन दुबई, शी वन हर फर्स्ट बाउट डेब्यू, शी गॉट $3,000 as for prize money. I mean, it's a start, but I'm saying they can start winning $5,000, $10,000 per fight. So this is a kind of money which a normal boxer can't even dream of. So इसीलिए I said, if you all understand the system, push it up. We have the quality, we have the capability in India. Excellent boxers are there, men and women. Please support the promoters. They're doing a good job. Give them the support. Support the boxers. We will produce world champions.
One question, sir, ये जैसे फाइट कर रहे हैं, इनसे खुदाना खास्ता कुछ हो जाता है, तो आप इंश्योरेंस वगैरह क्या है? और सेकंड, दिल्ली के पास बुलंदशहर है, अपना हिसार है, रोहतक है, और मोहाली के पास 3-4 गाँव है जहाँ फाइटिंग सिखाई जाती है, वहाँ जाके कुछ बच्चे लाए या क्या किया?
ये जो I'll take a second question first. आपने जो बोला हिसार, भिवानी, यस, ये सब जगह से बॉक्सर्स, हाँ जी, बुलंदशहर हर जगह से बॉक्सर्स आ रहे हैं, खेल रहे हैं. शायद इनका फाइट जिसमें भी कर रहे होंगे, दे पहले भी खेले होंगे. और भी प्रमोटर्स हैं, जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ इंडिया में जो प्रमोशंस इवेंट्स करते रहते हैं. अगर बुलंदशहर में या उधर जो अलग अलग जहाँ बोल रहे हो, भिवानी, रोहतक, कहीं पे भी इफ दे वांट टू कम यूपी, अगर वो आना चाहते हैं, दे कैन कॉन्टैक्ट द प्रोमोटर्स, दे विल गिव देम एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. अगर नया डेब्यू है, मतलब अमेचर से कन्वर्ट करके आना है, दे विल गिव देम अपॉर्चुनिटीज. If not them, they have been giving. Other promoters are also giving opportunities. Professional boxing में सबको मिलता है. Okay, the next, correct. Yes, the question of injury. I mean, I'm making this announcement because we have already started the अभी तक this has not been in India, even in the normal boxing, for whether it is a professional or amateur, कहीं पे भी insurance वाला part नहीं है, nor in the international scene of amateur also. But professional boxing, since everybody says it is a serious sport, we have initiated this thing with the insurance companies. Hopefully by next month, we should be able to announce a coverage for all professional boxers. So we will make it mandatory. All boxers participating in this event, professional boxers, will be under insurance cover. As far as this fight is concerned, they got an insurance cover. WBC has got an insurance which they have signed for, and there is a payment being made by the promoter to the organizers. It is covered under insurance. It is by Cole Lawrence and जो US agency कहता है. But we as a blanket this thing for we have now, see, when हमने काफ़ी time से discussions किया with different agencies also, unfortunately they were not willing to come forward. कहता है ये dangerous sport है. We said look, dangerous sport तो हर कुछ है. Everything is danger. People are flying also. You are giving covering people for taking a flight from here to elsewhere. You are giving for everything else. So why can't? So now we have finally made. So they said okay. And just explain to you how it is. They said there will be two opportunities: either general medical covers or everything which covers for a certain amount, or specifically fight-based ones. कि जिस दिन fighting या training के दौरान कुछ हो जाएगा, this will be the coverage. So we are in the final stages. Hopefully.
One letter is given IRDA in your policy whether this boxing. तो आप दोनों में तो जल्दी करेंगे.
नहीं हम किस IRDA?
IRDA रेगुलेटरी ऑफ इंश्योरेंस का वो करता है, वहीं से पॉलिसी बनती है, सभी को पॉलिसी.
I did not know it because we were directly approaching the insurance agencies. Now that you have mentioned this, I'll speak to you after this. We'll take the thing because it has been getting stuck there. What we want to bring in is for the whole country, because this is something. It is not only what we want to cover is if a professional boxer is licensed by us. इसका मतलब कल वो ट्रेनिंग भी कर रहा हो, क्योंकि ट्रेनिंग करते वक्त भी पंच लगता है ना. लगता है. So we want this to be covered by all those people who are licensed and playing professional boxing must get covered under some scheme, so that even if बाकी they are taking all safety measures, padding लगा दिया, guard, but still an injury can happen, and there have been fatal injuries amateur में भी हुए हैं. Very recently also there have been knockout. So this is a sport, but then this happens in all sports. Football में भी होता है, hockey में भी होता है, हर game में fatalities तो होता ही है. But yes, insurance must be taken, and we are doing it. So,
Sir, I will just.
Mike is with Sir.
Sir, I just answer your question. आपने कहा बुलंदशहर, हिसार और इन सब जगहों से बच्चे. तो हमारे जो Instagram प्रोफाइल है यूनाइटेड प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग की, उसमें ऑलरेडी अराउंड 150 से 200 बच्चों ने देश के अलग अलग कोनों से रजिस्टर किया हुआ है. तो बुलंदशहर, हिसार या किसी भी जगह से, मतलब इंडिया के किसी भी कोने से अगर कोई भी बॉक्सर फाइट करने के लिए रजिस्टर करना चाहता है तो वो कर सकता है. No sir, there is no fee. The link is there on our Instagram profile, bio में है. So any boxer anywhere in India wants to register, they can just go and register and we'll give them the opportunity.
What prize money you are going to give for tomorrow's event? Prize money or token of appreciation?
I would like to explain again about the prize money part as far as professional boxing concerned. Just please. Good question.
And the next is, since you have been doing this for quite long, when do you expect your player will be competing at the international level?
Okay, thank you. I'll answer both questions. First,
Can we have the next
Hello.
question?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
okay.
So, boxing is a very, adventurous sport, as we all know. But we have been to the best of the schools and universities. We find that boxing is missing something. Either football is popular, cricket is popular, other games are very popular. Volleyball is popular. There are about 627 districts in this country. maybe 40,000, degree colleges and 11,000 universities. So there are a lot of scopes. So why this game at a national level?
Yeah.
Why don't you make it a sort of an NGO? But just let me complete.
Yeah, sure.
I know you are a big man. My question is that the smaller level of NGOs is also good, but it has to have a national, sort of a hold on it, like we have ministers on football heading it. And similarly, why don't you hold some big person to be a chairman or something, so that you can be seen as a national sport? Because once it becomes a national sport, then at a school level, college level, and others level, unless and until the matches are conducted at those levels, we can't get to this sports very easily. And secondly, this game needs a lot of, shields, practice, and then you have to have the proper stadium and some sort of things, gymnast or something like that. So practice rings should be there. So how far you can do this is difficult. I think it's very difficult for you people. But you are making a snail pace, progress, for which I congratulate you. Thank you. So you got my question?
Yes, sir. I got your question. The first question, I totally agree with you that, in as many districts, there aren't as many boxing, training facilities in schools. But, just a little bit of a background, even till today, some of the most well-known schools in India, boarding schools, such as, Lawrence School, Mayo School, and such schools, they still have boxing. But unfortunately that did not translate to the other districts. Now, what we understand that is it's because perhaps the popularity of the sport, that sport did not transmit to, the other districts of the country. So one of the things that we will attempt to do going forward is to try and reach out to different, activities in different schools and them to popularize the sport. That may, translate to holding some events over there or getting students, which is like I just said, whether it's from different parts like Hisar and different places, Bulandshahr. If you're coming from there, that automatically popularizes the sport within your school. Because still today it's a heroic sport. So if you win, then
Can I'll just add. I'll just add on.
Just a moment. St. Francis School, La Martiniere in Lucknow. So every big city has got these type of schools which are European oriented. And any European oriented school or college will have a boxing sports facilities. Why don't you call all these and organize a match?
Sir, thank you. Hello. Your question is very valid, but before you go forward, ये सभी के लिए मैं एक चीज़ और बताना चाहूँगा. Professional boxing starts from the age of 17 and above. First and foremost thing, no child 10, 11, 12 वगैरह professional boxing नहीं करते. Number one. Number two, what you said about schools are already existent schools, district, state, वो amateur boxing में है. जैसे मैंने बोला, I said I was myself the Secretary General of the Federation. We have sub-junior championships for the whole country, which are from the age of 12 onwards, which is there, 12 to 15, 15 to 17, 18, 17 and above, sub-junior, junior, elite. And every district, so there are district championships, there are panchayat championships also started, there are state championships. Schools scale, you also have the SGFI, Schools Games Federation of India, also has national championships for schools. So it's not that boxing is not there. I mean, some of my old, I can see some old media persons who are there, who've been covering boxing earlier. They are very well aware. Efforts have been made by the Federation all the last 50, 60 years to popularize the sport. The question you are asking, why is this not as popular as football or cricket? This thing is, one is because boxing as a sport itself. Earlier days, as you said, yes, Anglo-Indian schools, European schools, all these residential schools had boxing. So that lot of boxers were there. In the 60s also till 1970 we had national champions coming from Bombay and various places who were from that background. As you said, La Martinia and Verdun, there are boxers who have come up with very good life. But somehow as this thing going up, so the families who are, I would say, richer class of people, they stopped sending the people for games like boxing, which they said it is injuring a person. Therefore, in the last 20, 30 years, this is a sport which is being picked up majority by those who are in the middle oblique, lower middle income group of people across the country. And therefore, that is one main reason. Unlike, cricket everybody picks up, but boxing, you can't even say even 1% of the persons who are from the rich families taking up boxing, they may just take it as a hobby. This is one reason. And federations, when you are talking like, so you said, it should be headed by somebody of a politician and all that. Yes, we have. Earlier our federation, like when I was saying, Abhay Singh Chaudhara was the president of the federation. Now Ajay Singh is the president of the federation. He's from SpiceJet. So they're all doing their job. But that is a different body. Their job is, so they are the people who prepare the boxers till the age of 17. So as I said, professional boxing is, once those who do well in amateur, you represent the country, you win laurels for the country. In the rest of the world, what they do is, the moment they start winning at Olympics, Asian Games, those are the people who now switch over to professional, and then they start earning, so they switch over totally to professional. Unfortunately, in India, people are still scared. Those people who want to come over, so that is why, so they are all doing a great job, as I'm saying repeatedly. We have the boxers to be at the world level right now. If these amateur boxers who have already finished, some of them have even finished they are no more selected for the amateur at the national level.
So the next path to tread is to have a big sponsors. If you have a big sponsors, the rest will follow suit. So there are different paths. I'm just giving you a sort of it. This NGO and having a big sponsor is two different dimensions to the game. So if you have, let us say, any big person, industrial, your sponsor, I'm just giving you a option. So then things become very easier and automatically things will move, because once you get a money, so sky is the limit. Thank you, sir.
You have not answered my question.
Okay, I'll just take it.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just answer your question first, yes.
You are answering that side only.
No, sir, I'm coming. No, sir, I'll take your question. Okay. Your first question was about the prize money. I want to explain what is prize money in professional boxing. Prize money is not like this, that here is $100,000 or 100 rupees, winner takes, no. In professional boxing, the matchmaking, actually, there is something called there are different groups in professional boxing. Promoters, you already seen their promoters here. There is somebody called matchmakers, they are licensed. They know, they understand what is the matchmaking, who's to fight against whom. So, suppose they take a boxer from India to fight somebody against some other place, or within India also, they are the matchmakers. They contact the boxers and say, okay, you want to fight so-and-so, fine. They contact the managers of these boxers. They say, yes, I will fight. Then they'll say, okay, but then the manager says, I want so much rupees. I want, say, in Indian rupees, a new boxer says, I want 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees for my fight. Other person, the better boxer, he says, no, I need 20,000. For only then I'll fight. I'm just giving examples only. So, well, then the promoter says, okay, fine, we have set it up. The matchmaker has signed, and now a bout contract is done between the boxers. So, win or lose in that fight, who's or wins doesn't make any difference. The bout contract is already made. How much is the person? So, when you say Muhammad Ali used to fight or a Mike Tyson used to fight somebody, before the fight, 3 months, 4 months before the fight, the contract has been made. Whether Muhammad Ali loses or wins, he gets so many $1 million. They lose, the winner, the other person who may have won the bout also, but he may only have been promised $10,000, he'll only get 10,000. But having won that fight, now his name goes up, next fight he gets more money. So this is first, when you ask me how much money these people are getting, so money is not decided like that. The promoters talk to different boxers, give different rates for different boxers. That is your number one question. What is the second question?
The time which will be required so that your player will be representing the international level.
Already our Indian boxers are participating and representing at the international level. They have been winning tournaments. Unfortunately, if we get support from you all, if you write about our boxers, we have already given it many times, but if you all make them heroes, the whole country would know. Like today, unfortunately, you yourself don't know. You come from the media, you're asking me this question, I'm sorry. We have been trying our best to come and project to the rest of the country. So that's where I'm requesting for your help. Please, you give me your details. We will keep sharing all this thing. Who are the champions? Who are the people? For the future also, we will keep giving you the information. We need support from you. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell me. Give us your contact.
Doesn't percolate from your side.
No, you please give us. That's what I'm saying. I'm now president of the Indian Boxing Council, which is for professional boxing in India. Earlier I was in the amateur body, that's a different case. That time also we used to send it. I'm asking you, I need, see, the email IDs and addresses that I had were of the people of 2012-13 because after I was a chef de mission for Indian contingent London Olympics, 2012. 2013 I stepped down from amateur boxing. At that time, whatever list of official, of the media I had, but that lot is totally moved out. So today I'm seeing a whole lot of new people here. Kindly share if you can give us your email IDs and your contact details. I promise you, you will be having a regular source of information continuously of what is happening in professional boxing in India. A fight happening there, fight happening here, who's going there. So, there will be content, there will be story. And that is when and if you give the stories and if you make heroes out of them, I'm telling you, they'll also be as good as better than all the Olympic champions. And they can also go to the Olympics incidentally. These professional boxers are eligible for Olympics. The last Olympics in Tokyo, there were 7 professional boxers who got medals, 2 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze medals by professional boxers. So they have a direct access, they got so many other things. We need support from media, which if it comes forward, I'm sure these people will do well.
Okay, now can you please shift the mic from the right side to the left side?
Yes.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the next set of questions, please.
Sir, yeah.
Okay, thank you,
क्या
sir.
वियतनाम और थाईलैंड में तो प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग हो रही है, अगर देखा जाए एशिया में नंबर 1। और सेकंड ये चीज आपने अभी बोला है कि आप इंस्टाग्राम पे वो बच्चे का मोबाइल का नेटवर्क ही नहीं चल रहा, उसको करना नहीं आता, 5,000 रुपया दे आएगा तो वो करवा लेगा किसी से। कुछ ऐसा करें कि धरातल पे आप पहुंचे, नेटवर्क यहाँ नहीं चल रहा, वहाँ कैसे चल रहा?
Okay. So basically, जितने भी आज की तारीख में बच्चे उनके पास मोबाइल है, ये I'm coming to I'll answer to that. Second of all, हम लोग on ground scouting करते हैं. So there is a very important process in any sport, which is scouting, right? Today we have seen upcoming young cricketers getting contract, but before IPL they were not aware about it, right? But there is a role of a scouter and a manager, not just in India but globally. So we work with multiple scouters, multiple academies. So far, we see that there are more than 300 plus academies in India. There are 20,000 registered boxers in India. And then there is a journey of a sports star, right? They start from amateur and then they come to professional. Where the amateur ends, our journey starts, and we are completely focusing on the professional ecosystem. The ecosystem does exist. There are people, there are enough NGOs, enough politicians are involved. However, like you mentioned, that it needs to be monetization, right? At the end of the day, it's going to be the business. If IPL doesn't make money, cricketer doesn't make money. So if it's going to be a joint effort. The performance of a fighter is more important than anything else, right? If they perform well and they go outside India, actually. See, we definitely need a league. I can tell you that this is in fact is a league structure, but league structure, it's not a team sport actually. So what we want to do a league is basically, if you have heard about UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is come out of MMA, which is one of the biggest, and then you have one championship.
You have so many featherweight, lightweight, heavyweight.
Yes.
Excuse me, Raja sir. I'm Chetan from INS. I have a question for you. Hi sir.
Okay, sorry.
How are you? Sir, actually you were with the amateur federation as well, and now since so long you have been with professional boxing. What sort of a job security you are going to provide to the young boxers? Because nowadays they are taking it as a career. So in every sport you see, I mean, like in amateur, you get whenever the boxer gets into the camp, his entire past problems get sorted out. So what sort of basically a job security or a future security you're going to provide these youngsters for the future thing?
Yeah, see, as of now, there is, what you're talking is not there because in the amateur scene, they joined the railways, services, police, where they got specific jobs. But here in professional boxing, many of them are being supported by sponsors. So they are with private companies or sponsorships model. So in this also, it is not that and even those who are from the railways, police and services or government agencies, they can also be part of participating in professional boxing. And if they are not participating in amateur, there is no embargo, there is nobody stopping them from that. And tomorrow, if this sport, like I'm saying, if we produce a couple of world champions or Asian champions, and these boxers represent India in the Olympics, I have no doubt that tomorrow railways, police and services will also start directly taking professional boxers too. Why not? So, but as of now, they are not doing it. And these are all government agencies. So, but today we are still looking at government jobs, which we are looking. So, but on the private sector, yes. But even in individual states, like you call in the Northeast and all those things, the police department and all that, they are giving jobs in the rank of inspectors and all that for the people who won the Youth World Championship title and that. So it's a start. So unless this sport gets popularized in the country, it is still, because it is till 5 years, nobody even, when we started it, nobody even knew what it was. At least there's some noise being made. We have got some people who have been WBC India champions, Asian champions and all that. It may take a few more years for this to get stabilized and the ecosystem. And one more thing, as Anirudh mentioned, you see, a sport can only develop if it's able to sustain itself. The ecosystem has to be there. It's a business. Professional boxing is not a sport like an amateur one where government supported. It's a business. It's a commercial model. Here, everybody has to make money. The promoter has to make money. The boxer has to make money. The matchmaker, the coach. So the coach is running a coaching training system. He charges money for training. When the boxer wins, there's a percentage. Boxer's got a manager. There is a contract. There are rules which we have got. Between the boxer and the manager, there's a contract. 70% maybe goes to boxer, 30% or 60, 40, 70, 30. This is. Similarly, so there are whole thing. So that ecosystem is already developed in Europe, Americas, everywhere. It's already existing. So when Don King is a promoter, or Bob Arum or Frank Warren is promoters, they are doing. They have got systems which is there for the last 100 years. It's existing. India, we just started 5 years ago, but we are on the path. We will do well. And what you said is, if the government agencies also start giving jobs for them, that would definitely be there. Otherwise, private companies are giving, they are supporting them. All these people who are coming in, they're coming here with the hope that tomorrow they can get some money. See, as I told you, for them, even if they take one fight a month, $3,000, $3,000 is about 2 lakhs of rupees. If they can get one fight per month, which they're going at Dubai or Thailand or Philippines, this is for a normal level boxer. If he wins at the Asian and all that, he's going at $10,000 fights. The money is there in the system. How they monetize this, that's where the promoters are all coming forward to do it.
Sir, I must let them answer this.
I think let them also.
Amen.
Hello, sir. Basically, I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. And I completed my MBA in finance, and I'm doing boxing from last 13 years. I have been an amateur player. All India University National Championships खेले हैं मैंने स्टेट में मेडलिस्ट गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट हूँ मैं और उसके बाद 2019 मैंने प्रोफेशनल में एंटर किया प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग में मैंने डेब्यू किया दार्जिलिंग में तो उसके बाद अब तक का सफ़र यहाँ तक है अब WBC इंडिया टाइटल तक है
हेलो एवरीवन माय नेम इज सतनाम सिंह मैं प्रॉपर दिल्ली का रहने वाला हूँ और मेरा प्रोफेशनल रिकॉर्ड में 9 विंस 1 लॉस सो आपने किसी ने बोला कि काफ़ी इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स बाहर जाते हैं एमेचर से हम भी प्रो के प्लेयर हैं तो हम भी काफ़ी फाइट्स खेल चुके हैं प्रो के इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे सो बाकी सर तो संभालेंगे आपकी बाकी बातें ऐसे कैमरा में ज़्यादा बोला नहीं जाता
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, doctor. Next question, please.
You see, Punjab government has promoted Kabaddi. Because that it was interesting Kabaddi. Previous back there was no such a there was not on international level. But after it was promoted by the Punjab government, it has now come to the international level. And the government is so segment program with Punjab where from foreign countries come and play.
like you said, Punjab, Northeast, no, I'm just saying, trying to tell you. Northeast has come forward, whereas Mizoram has actually come forward. We conducted the Youth World Championship title for Lalran Sang Klawa last year out there. And the Minister of Sports there, he was present throughout. He came and subsequently they have done another 1 or 2 events. So they said they would like to come out in a big way to promote sports. But it's a small step-by-step process. It's going to take some time. Yes, a few states, like you said, Punjab has promoted, and we sincerely hope. See, but for Punjab to promote Kabaddi was already existing in the country, was being reported by you all, everything was there. So my request is, please make heroes out of these boxers of ours. Let them become household names. Let people know that these guys also exist. Then we can actually go there. And these people are doing a tough job. I mean, for them, it's not an easy job. Boxing is a very hard sport. They need support. They spend a lot of money on the diet. People only say कि bodybuilding, weightlifting, wrestling में इतना उससे भी ज़्यादा या उतना equivalent खाना पैसा इतना खुद ही खर्चा करते हैं. So we need your support. Please make heroes out of them. When the fights are there, we will try and send you stories. We will try and connect you to the boxers. Come out to the human angle of them. They're also like he said, he is working in a bank. And he has been an MBA also is done. Now Satnam, both see, like if you take individual stories, that will appeal to a lot of sponsors, a lot of private companies, a lot of NGOs, people who can come in and support the system. And we don't want any one single sponsor coming and putting some money will not make this thing. It has to be a system across the country, a movement has to take place. Only then the sport will actually pick up.
Like he is working in a bank. Why shouldn't the bank promote him? Why don't you approach the bank itself?
No, he is working in the night bank, and on a daytime he is doing boxing. He's in the evening time, and also, or when you say who will support, see, even all this private enterprise, I mean, even the banks and all that, they only pick you up once you reach the Olympic level, Asian Games level. Even PV Sindhu used to say, whether it was Saina Nehwal or Sindhu, they were all supported or anybody gives money to the moment you become like Vijender. We had gone for 2008 Beijing. Before that, there was hardly a little bit of moment. But after 2008, there was a moment across, everybody is giving him, lots of things. But that happened after he got success. Unfortunately, in India, we don't support the man who's climbing up the staircase. We say the man who's gone to the top and is jumping, we only take that person. So that's
One more question. How many academies, boxing academy you have in your knowledge?
I know, are you talking about professional or any boxing in the country? Generally, boxing academies in the country, oh my God. In the country, we would be having nothing less than about 20,000 boxing academies existing in the country. You look at, because you go to a small, that's what I'm saying, approximately 20,000 is a ballpark figure I'm giving you. Maybe it can even go more. You go to, states like Haryana, Punjab, UP, you should see, although, because actually, once we now send you the stories or we'll request you to go and meet up with them, you'll see that every nook and corner they are there, and most of them have been actually, enamored by Vijender Singh's performance, Mary Com's performance, Mary Com, Sarita Devi, Pinky, now Lavlina Burgoyne. They said all Olympics. So boxing is a thing. It is being practiced across the country. There's no dearth of the same. But yes, to pick them up and give them that support at a higher level, I said the job is yours. If you people help us, they will be able to get it.
Sir,
Okay. Now the gentleman in the photo has a very important question. He's finished his exams.
My question is, there are two professional boxers here, and you will agree with me that in professional boxing, the rehab of the boxers is a matter of great concern. And because the rehab process is also very extended one. With your organization, how you are going to work on the rehab of the boxers who are participating in you, or just that you, whether they win or lose, you give them the money and that you wash your hand of that. What is the pattern that you have on rehab of the boxers who are trying to come to your fold or who are trying to join your fold?
Okay. Again, I would like to explain what happens around the world. You can't have a different system in India, what happens around the world. As I said, professional boxing is business and commercial. Normally, when a boxer comes on board, he has a manager, he's got a team. Every professional boxer, all the people who are now going, many of them, even they'll also start having, they already have support.
You are building a market, you are not
But you can't,
established market.
unfortunately,
I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry I'm
No.
What I'm trying to, I've been covering sport for 20 years.
Right.
And I know what is happening in rehab, in boxing in particular.
Exactly. I am aware that you are aware and we know about rehab. As I said, amateur boxing is supported by the government and they provide the rehab and the support from the state government, the academies, the NIS, whether it's Bangalore, Patiala or the national coaching camps, it is there. So as I said, insurance is one thing which we are working on, which for injuries which we are putting on, which will be there from by next month onwards. We have already in the finalized stage, as I said, insurance for the professional boxers. No boxers are being covered in India in anything as of now. Other than those who are actually fighting, they are there for the insurance. Other rehabilitation, as of now, it has to be on case-by-case basis. If somebody needs support, we from the council, we and the promoters and the managers who have been supporting them will have to come forward. Unless the system has not evolved in India, we are creating system. If today I have more than about 800 to 1,000 boxers, now on the professional boxing front, across the country, in various states put together, we have got 800 to 1,000 boxers now registered and playing. That number will go to 15,000, 20,000. So how do you take a rehab and how do you take a program for this? And we are continuously, they're coming in, they're participating in amateur, they're coming in here. So what you're talking definitely is required. We will do it. We'll have to find some way forward for supporting it.
I'm not questioning your integrity. What I'm trying to say, because it is a developing market, it is a developing profession. So what is happening is, if you are bringing international exposure, these boxers are standalone boxers. They are not always management managers and physios and all those things. Because I know I've worked on the ground. So that is what I'm saying. Unless until you change over and bring that, because you are developing a market. In Kabaddi, the market was first developed by Star Sports. In badminton, market was developed. In boxing, that is why it is not becoming a full-fledged. I hope you...
No, you're absolutely right about it, and it's not the gray area that we haven't seen so far. Actually, owning any athlete and, grooming it the basic facilities we need to provide. And that is actually, in United Professional Boxing, we are creating that entire system and angle where we can provide them to the core. We might not be able to do it for all the boxers, but at least, going forward, we will definitely actually have, say, about, 10 to 12 boxers whom we are going to personally sign and announce, and then we'll take care of all of them. So, currently, yes, there is a system, there are enough. See, we don't have to create facilities. Facilities are already being there. There are certain hospitals as the sponsors have come on board. So, previously, Fortis has supported us, previously, Sarvodaya Hospital has supported us. So we are already in chat with a couple of hospitals who have a bandwidth to actually support certain athletes. And also in terms of, their regular rehabilitation, one is the mind and the another is the body. I think the mind plays much more important role over here rather than the body. I can tell you that for sure. And you can check with the boxers. I've seen it myself because once they are in a habit that their body recovers quickly, unless until if it's not a major injury. But if the mind games at the sport, it's much more because it's really difficult for a boxer to take a loss, right? It's really difficult. I think that's why the whole country also, it's not just about today we are talking about actually mental fitness and all those things. I think that's really important and we are looking at it. For that we are going to do, say in future, we are holding certain seminars with the boxers, how to train their mind much better. We are getting certain physiotherapies or the certain hospitals has a brand to support us. So that in case of certain leverage that we can take it from them, yeah, definitely we will look into that. I think, but that's a very fair question. That is something that we are, and that's the main reason that we were going to be signing few boxers whom we know that we can take care of. We might not be able to do it for everybody.
At least we can go ahead with the boxers who are in your fight.
Absolutely right.
Those who enroll in yourself,
that we definitely take care of the boxers from our side.
Just adding on what he has said, like him, like them, there are promoters, other 20, 25 promoters. They also have boxers in their own stables. So each of them takes care of their own boxers, like a person XYZ who's gone international when you are asking. So they take care of them. So they've identified these boxers, but that will be a number that they will stick to. 20, 30, 40, finally whom they give the maximum support. There will be additional people too. But it cannot be the whole 20,000 gets covered under one single umbrella. नहीं, आर्मी एरिया में they are only for their own defense thing.
But they do it.
No, they permit the only the state.
Okay,
But you have it.
Yeah,
do we have more questions?
Question for boxers, we can take that.
Okay, yeah, so anyone has any questions for the boxers? Please, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
We have the mic.
दिखाना.
Can we have the mic please here, over
We
here
have
in
the
the
mic.
second row left? Can-
वो रहा.
Thank you.
सर एक प्रश्न है मेरा इन सर से है इन्होंने अभी एमडी किया और जैसा कि इन्होंने बताया कि बैंक में जॉब भी करते हैं तो सर ऐसी कोई व्यवस्था नहीं है कि इनका ध्यान सीधा केंद्रित हो सके खेल पर जॉब करने की बजाय क्योंकि सर कुछ ना कुछ इनके लिए फाइनेंशियली भी व्यवस्थाएं होनी चाहिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है क्या आपको नहीं लगता है सर?
आपका सवाल बिल्कुल सही है और हमने जैसे अभी तक बातें की हैं कोशिश उसी तरफ जाने की है हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म से कोशिश ये की जाती है कि हम बॉक्सर्स को जितना फाइनेंशियली सपोर्ट कर सकें रेगुलर फाइट्स देखें उसके अलावा उनके जो हेल्थ एंड फिटनेस का जैसे सर ने अभी बात किया जितना हॉस्पिटल्स के टाइप्स के थ्रू जितना अदर फिजियोथेरेपी टाइप्स के थ्रू हम लोग सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं किया जा सके ये एक प्रोसेस है जिसको थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा क्योंकि ये जो इकोसिस्टम है अभी तक पूरी तरह से बना नहीं है जहाँ पे जैसे सर ने कहा कबड्डी का उदाहरण दिया वो एकदम ऐप्ट उदाहरण है वही एक सॉर्ट ऑफ रास्ता फॉलो करने की भी कोशिश हमारी जैसी प्रमोशन करती है कि आप एक इकोसिस्टम को तैयार करें जहाँ पे बॉक्सर को वो इकोसिस्टम इतना दे कि उसका ध्यान पूरा स्पोर्ट पे ही रहे जिससे उसकी परफॉर्मेंस भी और अच्छी हो वो आज इंडिया टाइटल के लिए खेल रहा है तो कल वो एशिया टाइटल के लिए खेलेगा परसों शायद वो वर्ल्ड टाइटल के लिए भी खेलेगा तो वो इकोसिस्टम बनाने की हम अपनी तरफ से कोशिश कर रहे हैं इसके अलावा एक चीज तो ये है कि जिसको आप अगर रेगुलर फाइट्स हैं तो एक तो क्या होता है कि आपको एक रेगुलर पर्स मिलती है जो एक फाइनेंशियली आपको हेल्प करती है स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है कि उसको रेगुलर खेलने को मिलेगा बिकॉज नो मैटर हाउ मच यू प्रैक्टिस द रियल स्पोर्ट इज द रियल स्पोर्ट जैसे हम लोग क्रिकेट में भी कहते हैं ना कि मैदान में जो खेल होता है वही असली है जितना भी असली आप नेट्स कर दो So that is what we are trying to do to help the sport, not just financially but also from the sports side. That if you are doing regular action, giving regular opportunities, then the sports person is also in regular shape and fitness and developing accordingly. So ये एक छोटा सा प्रयास है उस तरफ, but इसको और बड़ा करना पड़ेगा. हम अपनी तरफ से कोशिश कर रहे हैं, hopefully आगे हमें और sponsors की जब मदद मिलेगी, जैसे सर ने कहा कि जब और बड़े sponsors आएंगे, जब उनसे भी मदद मिलेगी तो ये और फैलेगा और बढ़ेगा. And then when eventually, the boxers will completely 100% focus, will be able to focus on the sport alone, जैसे इंडिया के बाहर होता है. And then, जो आज इंडियन बॉक्सर्स ने अचीव किया है अभी तक, उसे कहीं ज़्यादा अगले 4-5 साल में अचीव करेंगे. ये बहुत क्लियरली मैं आपको कह सकता हूँ. हमें
ये क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा है. एक्चुअली ये इसके लिए हमें मीडिया का भी सपोर्ट चाहिए. मीडिया का सपोर्ट इसलिए चाहिए unless and until you guys doesn't make us famous, organization will not support us. कि हमारे कंट्री में ऐसा देखा जाता है कि एक अगर स्पोर्ट्समैन है वो अगर फेमस तभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उसको स्पॉन्सर्स करती है उसको उसके काम में हेल्प करती है. तो अगर हमारा गेम है जो मीडिया ही अगर ज़्यादा प्रमोट नहीं कर रहा अगर हम लोगों को ही लोग नहीं जान रहे अब इतने फाइट्स खेलने के बाद भी मतलब आज जब मीडिया हमें प्रमोट कर रही है थोड़ा WBC टाइटल के लिए खेल रहा हूँ थोड़ा प्रमोशन हो रहा है तब जाकर लोगों को पता चल रहा है कि अरे हमें सतनाम है IBC मतलब इतने बॉक्सिंग प्रमोट हो रहा है पर आज भी वो लेवल पर प्रमोट नहीं हो रहा है. जब वो लेवल पर प्रमोट होगा तब प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी जैसे कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड है वो भी हमें सपोर्ट करेगा. जैसे अभी जॉब करते करते बॉक्सिंग खेलना इज मोस्ट टफेस्ट पार्ट. मतलब कब निकलोगे रेस्ट भी चाहिए भी ट्रेनिंग भी करनी है जाके. तो वो तो मेरा क्वेश्चन है एक्चुअली वो तो मेरा प्रॉब्लम है. मुझे खेलना है मैं ट्रेनिंग करूँगा पर एक वो भी पार्ट होता है कि जब उन्होंने भी स्पॉन्सरशिप वगैरह हो गए जब फेमस होंगे तो वो तो मिल ही जाएगा.
सतनाम कुछ कहना है इस सवाल
मैंने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली है कि जब तक मीडिया हमारे गेम को जब तक मतलब वायरल नहीं करेगी या हमारे गेम को सपोर्ट करेगी या तब भी हमारे पास स्पॉन्सर्स भी बहुत आएंगे. जिससे हमारा फाइनेंशियल्स भी ठीक होगा और हमें प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए इक्विपमेंट्स की जो ज़रूरत पड़ती है वो भी हमारे लिए अच्छी उनके स्पॉन्सर्स करने की वजह से हमको फैसिलिटीज़ मिल पाएगी और जितना वो करेंगे हमारा गेम उतना आगे जाएगा। अभी 5 साल में प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग में इतना इंडिया में इतना नाम कर लिया है कि काफ़ी अमेचर बॉक्सर प्रो बॉक्सिंग खेलने के लिए हमसे पूछते हैं और आज जैसे कि भैया अरुण भैया ने कि उनको कॉन्टैक्ट किया, हमने भी उनसे ऐसे ही कॉन्टैक्ट किया था। पहले भी हम भी खुद अमेचर प्लेयर थे। सो इनकी वजह से हमें कोई बहुत फाइनेंशियल मतलब अच्छा फाइनेंशियल भी अच्छा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है और हमारे गेम को भी सपोर्ट अच्छा मिल रहा है, जिससे अब हमें कंटिन्यू हमें हर मंथ फाइट दे रहे हैं, जिससे हमारा गेम कंटिन्यू बना हुआ है और हमारी परफॉर्मेंस पे बेटर होती जा रही है। जैसे मुझे सर ने बोला था कि इस बार ओलंपिक में प्रो बॉक्सर्स ने मेडल्स लिए हैं, 2 गोल्ड 4 से कुछ समथिंग, मेरे को पूरा प्रॉपर पता नहीं है। तो हम भी आगे तरह हमारी प्रोफेशनल बॉक्सिंग भी इतनी आगे बढ़ रही है इंडिया की, तो हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमें सारा सपोर्ट चाहिए कि आगे जाके हम जब इंडिया एमिचर में खेलना चाहे तो हम अपने वर्ल्ड या ओलंपिक में हम भी अपने इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करके मेडल दे सकें। सो आपका सपोर्ट चाहिए, स्पॉन्सर्स का सपोर्ट चाहिए और हमारे आईबीसी का सपोर्ट तो हमारे संग है और हमारा यूपीबी का हमारे संग सपोर्ट इतना अच्छा है कि हमें इतना अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म दिया और आज हमारे को नेशनल टाइटल खेलने का मौका मिल रहा है WBC का, जो हम देख के सोचते थे कि ये टाइटल यार उस प्लेयर ने जीता है, ये खेला है, हमें कब मिलेगा, आज वो हमें खेलने को मिल रहा है, तो हमें बहुत खुशी हो रही है। सो आप जितना हमें सपोर्ट कर सकेंगे तो उसके लिए हमारे लिए मतलब वो हमारे लिए अच्छा होगा। बाकी सर
Yeah, so anyone has any more questions, please? Can you please give the mic to the sir in the last row?
Name and asking his name, your name and which publication.
My name is F.P. Chandra. My publication is YouTube portal is Consumer Leader and Campus Leader.
Okay. Thank you.
The thing is, this wrestling and boxing players, internationally what we hear, especially during the event, Olympics or some big event, they are prone to this doping. Doping, you understand, doping. So how to prevent our players from preventing this
Medical test.
doping? In India it's not very big, internationally it happens.
Doping tests are conducted for important events. Baki, our medical commission conducts normal tests for them before every fight. But specifically when you're talking about doping, that is done for many important international events. We carry out the doping. Unfortunately, our problem is of finding doping centers where to send the results, where the person from the NADA or whichever group. I do not know whether we have a lab in India still, because I am told that Indian lab is banned. So now if you're going to take a test, you got to send it to Thailand or you got to send it elsewhere. So it is still, so let the government get this thing done, let them popularize the thing of the doping labs and their facilities be made available across the country. We will be able to put them, we all want them to undergo doping tests. Yeah, हम लोग इनको सिखाते हैं the effects of doping. We conduct seminars with our medical commission. Doctors को boxers को समझाते हैं कि this when you have this, these are the ill effects. It is not the result. You may get a result for the time being, but in a matter of few years, you're going to be. This is going to, and we have been showing photographs of this thing. We are trying to ensure that they don't do it. But more than that, as of now, once we have the national NDTL working in India with the testing facilities available across the country, possibly we will be able to have more tests then.
Because we are a vegetarian country, so we are more prone to.
Okay, so do we have any more questions now?
Alright.
I think this will be it.
We'll call for a face-off.
Yes, so now we go to the face-off.
You guys, yeah. We'll
Be
just
commencing now. Thank you so much, everyone.
go, sir. Face-off, alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, Satnam Singh, Amin Nitin for the WBC featherweight title tomorrow, 25th March, on NS Player Live.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.